Hardy Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And his first look is incomplete.
They could game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. 2nd and 20. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Gibson on the read option and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And this one complete to Smith. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Second and 11. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They're going to look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A carry here for Hunt. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is, how physical is the offensive line? Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
McCann's kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. (3-0) after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that that's going to go when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20.
Yeah, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity, unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play, because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. But the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Herbert off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Jackson down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They'll run on first down. Gibson. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw here.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there. On first down, it's Gibson. He's to the 10, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Antonio Gibson.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Second and 10.
Herbert now. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Herbert back to the air. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Smith here. A gain of 6 there on first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
McCann's kick up and good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go. And he goes down.
Julian Okwara
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it'll be 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown Packers. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis.
And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Herbert on third down now. This is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Tyler Higbee from 17 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20.
The score, Packers 27, Lions 7. O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. No return here for Claybrooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 10. On the counter, Gibson.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Herbert.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Packers pick it up. The big fella. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
They go play action here on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. Touchdown! Jerron Johnson, 40 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers.
So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And this one is right through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And Cook has it left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last complete.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 28. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception. I just had to double-check my math. It is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. They'll set up to throw.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
They run the toss now with Gibson.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's Khalil Mack, the all-pro, in there to get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And they'll get this down to the 10. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while. Many coaches never put their starting quarterback in the situation. In this case, though, he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert, they'll go screen here to Hunt. Fights loose. He finds an opening past the 40.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now we're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you look looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Jackson with a catch.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
On 1st and 10, Herbert going for the deep ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And this will be a Packers 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll run. It's Gibson.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.